There are lots of wonderful warm fuzzy chords, but have you ever wondered what are some of Dr. Doug's favorite warm fuzzy chords? Today I'm going to share one with you. It's found in hymn 128, When Faith Endures, composed by the great composer Steve Jones, who's professor of composition at BYU, an excellent composer. We actually went to the same grad school and studied with the same teacher, even though we're sort of a generation apart from each other. And in this beautiful hymn that unfortunately we don't sing this one. I'm sad about it, but we should sing it. It's lovely. And close to the beginning, it has one of my favorite warm fuzzy church music chords. It actually happens right here. And I need to just go through the rest of the cadence because the rest of that phrase is also lovely. So let me play this opening for you, and then I'll describe to you what this warm fuzzy chord is, because I want you to use it. It's such a lovely chord, and I love that he puts it on the word always near. God's love and strength are always near, because that word always emphasizes the power of God's love. And so he uses a specific harmony, this favorite warm fuzzy harmony of mine, one of my favorites, on that important emphasis word. Brilliant choice of harmony to color the story in the lyrics. Okay, here's what it sounds like. Goes on. Okay, so always. Did you hear the ooh feeling on always? Well, let's look at that chord. Let's zoom in here, way in. So we have F, we have A, we have C, and we have E. Okay, now we're in the key of C major, and we get F, A, C, E. That is a 4 chord with a 7th on it. The E is the 7th. But this is a special kind of 7th. This is a major 7 chord. So it's F major 7. And that is a 4 chord with a major 7th on it. And I love this chord. The 4 chord with a major 7th on it is so nice. And it's even nicer when that E, that 7th, is prepared in the chord before. What I mean by that is, in the chord before, right here, we get the same note, E, and it repeats itself down here, and on that chord becomes the 7th. This is how you prepare a juicy note. You play the juicy note that's in the chord on always. You play that note in the chord before it, where it's not quite as juicy. Then it repeats itself as the rest of the chord moves, and then it becomes very juicy and beautiful. Okay, so that E is what makes it go, ooh. All right, so the 4 chord with a major 7th on it, but the kicker is we had to prepare the 7th. In a very similar way, we get another beautiful warm fuzzy feel here on this A in the alto, which then resolves down to the B. But in similar manner, the reason this one feels so warm and fuzzy is in part because it was prepared in the chord before. We get the alto, and then the alto carries over as the rest of the chord changes, and then it resolves. That's a beautiful warm fuzzy. This particular one is called a suspension because the C suspended over, then it does not fit the chord, and then it resolves, and it does fit the chord. That's what a suspension is. But it uses the same preparation technique. So the principle is, when you're in a moment of warm fuzzy, like I love this chord, I got to use this chord. Great, use it, but try to prepare it in the chord before by having the juicy note presented in the previous chord where it fits the chord more fully, and then it carries over, becomes the juicy note, whether it's a major seventh or a suspension, either way. And then that's what sort of kicks off that warm, fuzzy feeling. Okay, I want you to listen one more time and listen very closely to the melody, especially as we get to this chord on the word R, because that's the preparation for the warm fuzzy. Here we go. Did you hear it? If not, grab your hymn book, play it through a few times, and really listen to those two E's. Are always. That's where it really happens. Beautiful, beautiful warm fuzzy created by the repetition of the E, and the E becomes a major seventh. Excellent technique. Excellent use of text painting with harmony. Hope you enjoyed that tip for today. If you liked this video, please hit subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notified each time I post a new video like this. And if you'd like more tips about how to write great warm, fuzzy LDS church music, head over to latterdaymusiversity.com where you can get a bunch more free tips. See you next time.